Alright, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be talking about how we beat Real Madrid and our chances at the Champions League. So, as everybody knows, we beat Real Madrid 5-1. I just want to quickly go over the first leg, 3-0. Yeah, you could just tell that Real Madrid weren't on it at all. Their players, Mbappe was awful, Vinicius was awful, Rodrigo was awful, getting locked up by an 18-year-old Skelly. And in that first leg, it was, the first time in their Champions League careers that Vinny and Rodrigo, against Timber and Marcelo Skelly, had failed to complete a single dribble between the both of them. Now, you don't know how insane that is when it comes to like the players that Vinicius has come up against. You know, Kyle Walker, Reece James, Trent, and all these other players. Yeah. It's just insane to think about how these two are the only two players that stopped and actually neutralised these two players. Now, I think Rodrigo's credibility his credibility and his overall ratings as a player has significantly gone down. Like any superstar, belief that he thought he had that he could become like a superstar, out the window. Like beginning of this season, I thought this is the season where Rodrigo has to step up. Okay, whenever Real Madrid are poor, it's always Vinny getting criticised, and that's because he is a superstar and you're not. You're his sidekick. Can you take it up a level this season? And he couldn't. I mean, he was moaning last season saying that when Mbappe joined Real Madrid, and during those first few games, during social media, it was always pictures of Jude, Vinny, and Mbappe. Rodrigo was never in them. And he sort of went off and all of that, saying like, come on, bro, like, I'm Rodrigo, like, how come I'm not in this? I'm a superstar. And the truth is, you're just not. You're just not a superstar. You have like 6 La Liga goals this season. It's April, mid-April. You have about 5 Champions League goals this season. You don't have more than 15 goals this season. You have Martinelli numbers, and you want Vinny level. Like, you want Vinny lifestyle. That's what it is. You have Martinelli numbers, but you want Vinny lifestyle. That's you, Rodrigo. All right? You are a phony. You're a fake superstar. And you deserve to get called out. Because after all these iconic moments that you've had against Chelsea in the Champions League, Man City, you've just never lived up to it. And if you were to ask me who's the first Real Madrid superstar you see leaving, is it Tchouaméni? Is it Camavinga? No, it's going to be Rodrigo. Rodrigo will be the first to leave. Okay, and I'm telling you this, April 20th, 2025. Rodrigo will be the first Real Madrid superstar to leave the club. He will be sold because he's not that guy. And it's okay. You don't have to be that guy. There's already a Brazilian superstar there. There's already Mbappe. There's already enough ego there. So that's my segment when it comes to Timber. I think Martinelli played quite well against Valverde at right back. I think he had him. Even though Valverde is a great right back, I think Martinelli had a good game. He was getting balls into the box. He was standing off with Valverde. It looked like it was quite hard for Valverde to contain Martinelli. So, yeah, Martinelli was having quite a horrible season up until this tie. So, props to Martinelli. Saka had Alaba on strings the entire game. The entire tie, really, both legs. Yeah, Declan Rice, his first 2 ever professional free kicks. He's never done it with West Ham. He's never done it with Arsenal. To have 2 of the best free kicks in the Champions League game since Messi in 2019 against Liverpool is outrageous. And I might go as far as to say that's the best free kick in the Champions League ever. It might clear Messi's because he's just so upper 90, like a centimetre up or a centimetre to the right, and it's hitting the bar. That's how good it was. And his first free kick was outrageous. To do it 10 minutes later again, even better, to top it, that's outrageous. And yeah, he's now arguably he's won back-to-back Man of the Matches now at the Bernabeu and at the Emirates against Real Madrid. And I can't remember the last time an English player in the Champions League has been this good, has been at this level before. Yeah, I haven't got too much to say as regards to Martin Odegaard, or I think Thomas Partey was quite good as well. Yeah, a lot of people crucify Thomas Partey, and he does have those lack of concentrations when it comes to like giving the ball cheaply away. Where people don't like Partey is when he's playing a defensive role, when he's right back, or when he's when we are off ball, and we have to, and the team is pinning us back. His positioning is awful. It is awful. And I don't know how Arteta hasn't seen that and said, all right, let's change that. Let's have him more on the ball as to off the ball. So, yeah. I would be happy if he was to get renewed for another year. Jorginho, no, he has to go. His time's done at the club. He hasn't got anything else to offer. Who else can I talk about? Mikel Merino. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of him before this tie, but ever since Leicester away, back in February when he got shifted to A9, he's just been phenomenal. I think he's got the most goals in the Premier League since moving to striker. Is it 7 goals? I don't know. He's got unreal link-up ability. He's great aerially in the air. He's got a good. He can link up play. He's great in the air. He's got a shot on him. Like, is it time for Mikel Merino to transition into a striker permanently? I want you to have a think about that, and I'll have a think about it as well. I mean, I'm not too opposed to the idea, and it's not a conspiracy as to the fact that Martinelli has been playing well when Merino's playing that false 9 position. But there are rumours that Kai Havertz could come back before the season ends. I mean, if we have the Champions League final coming up, and if we do somehow surpass PSG, then I don't know how I'd feel about him starting in the final. I'd still start Merino. Just because he's proven it now. Saka, unreal. Okay, let's talk about the second leg. Now, the second leg is something out of a movie. We get a penalty first. I don't know why Saka decided to chip it to not even in the middle of the goals. It was easy for Courtois to get a hand to it. And then about 20 minutes later, Declan Rice was handling Mbappe, and then the ref gave a penalty. But after like 5 minutes of VAR, they decided to overrule it. This whole VAR crap it saved us. It saved us, but it just takes way too long. I think Declan Rice played better in this second leg than he did in the first, because he was everywhere on the field. Like, he couldn't have done anything better. So Declan Rice, fantastic. I don't know how it feels to Martin Odegaard. I mean, he hasn't been bad, but he hasn't been fantastic in these 2 legs. And if you were to ask me who would be the one player you'd want to have scored in this leg, or in this game, it would have been him, because his reputation this season's in the gutter. Like, compared to last season, I was calling him, like, I'd said that last season he was playing at peak David Silva levels, and this season he's not. Well, he's not even close. So, Mikel Merino with 2 assists, by the way. The way it was like the 93rd minute, the tie was done. They're not going to come back. And Martinelli is just sprinting across from his own half. And outpaces the freshly subbed on Fran Garcia to slot it past Thibaut Courtois, and his celebration did kind of remind me of 2006. Was that the Henry replication goal? I know Saka did the celebration, but that was the replication of the goal. Well, not entirely, but sort of like it. Now, we do play PSG at home in the first leg, not this week, but then the week after that. Partey's suspended. I mean, if he was to be suspended, I'd rather have it at the Emirates than in the Parc des Princes, because I want to go into the Parc des Princes with a 2-goal advantage, having to protect it. I don't want to have to go out and play ball at the Parc des Princes, because you're not going to be able to do that, especially with the PSG ultras and everything, and the stadium and the fans. They'll get riled up. Whistles, I think that it will get to the players, even though we've played at Bernabeu. But the Parc des Princes, the PSG fans are 10 times better than the Real Madrid fans. So, they are a completely different team. than they were when we played them in the league phase. Dembele, from a bum to 30 goals in the league, I believe, now contending for the Ballon d'Or. We are going to be playing a real midfield of João Neves, Fabian Ruiz, and Vitinha. You know, he's probably the second best player in the world to be able to control games, other than Pedri. Yeah, so we are going to be backing a real midfield. I'm just curious as to see how we are going to set up against that, because we won't have Thomas Partey in the first leg. Yeah. I mean, we are the best defensive team in the world, so I'm still confident in that we could get a we could not. I mean, we are the best defensive team in the world, so I am confident in that. If we were to be able to go there with an advantage, we would be able to at least not concede. So yeah, I mean, if we finish them off in the Emirates tie, we're through. We're through to the final, and I do not care. I am going to the Munich. I'm going to the Champions League final. I don't care if the ticket will cost me £300. I'm going there. If the ticket costs me £400, I'm going there. I don't care. 500 might be a little bit of a stretch, but it's memories, you know. The last time we've never won the Champions League, and the last time we were at this opportunity was 2006. So yeah, yeah. I mean, it's very funny how I had written off this entire season by when we lost to Man United in the FA Cup, and we got knocked out. I'd written off the season. We weren't winning the league. We weren't winning the Champions League. We were out of both cups. I'd written the season off, and now we are on course to win a Champions League, and we have a bloody good chance at winning it. Do you know how insane that is? With all the injuries as well. No Gabriel, no Havertz, no Martin Odegaard at the start of the season, no Saka for a crucial part of the season. You know, it's insane, bro. It's insane. I'm probably missing out someone else who's been injured as well, but yeah, Martinelli was out as well for a bit. So yeah, it's insane to think about. Now, if we were to make the Champions League final, we'd be playing either Barcelona or Inter Milan, and yeah, we'd be playing either Barcelona or Inter Milan. If you were to ask me who I'd rather play, I don't know who would rather play. Inter Milan are a very well-drilled team. Yeah, they've got Lautaro and Thuram are unreal, and then you've got Çalhanoğlu and Barella behind them, again unreal, and then you've got the best, well, top 3 centre-backs this season in the world, with Bastoni. So again, yeah, they've been unreal, and then you've got Jan Sommer, I believe, in goal, so they've just been outrageous. Yeah, Barcelona, there's no way you're limiting, or even I don't know. Miles Lewis-Skelly, 18, and Lamine Yamal, 17 matchup. That would be a matchup for their ages, because they are both playing at the same level at such a young age. They are both the best in their position, and they are only 17 and 18. I don't think that's happened in football ever. Pele at 18 might have been the best player in the world, but standards were low back then. You know, yeah, I don't know who I'd rather play, because I'd probably say Barcelona more of a threat than Inter Milan. Yeah, I'd probably, if I was to choose who I'd rather play Inter Milan in the final, because both Arteta and Inzaghi are tactical geniuses. So yeah, it'd be an interesting match as well, and I think we'd stand a really good chance as well. So yeah, I'm curious as to how you guys, what's your opinions on Arsenal winning the Champions League. If you don't think we have a chance at winning the league, just give it a reply in the comments, and I'll reply as well. Yeah. Anyways, I know I haven't been that consistent on YouTube, but it's difficult, you know. I'm just here to express my opinions, and you know, really. But yeah, if you guys want more consistent, well, if you want to see my face more, just follow my TikTok. I try to make videos every day or two. So I try to get my face on there as frequently as possible. Yeah. And that's it. Until next time.